Hello, it's Swift Con Artist, and that's my puppy. And what? His name's Toto, by the way. That's why he's wagging his tail, because he's adorable. Okay, but anyway, this video is, as you could tell by reading the description, what is the greatest handheld? We'll say. Let's see. How would you put it? Shit. We'll say moddable handheld, like to play SNES, Genesis, Game Gear, Game Boy, bootleg games. You can even play PlayStation 1 games on this handheld. So what is the handheld? Well, it's none other than the Sony PSP, baby! I don't own a legitimate game for this system, so we're going to power it on here. Now, one thing to keep in mind, let me tilt the camera down here a little bit, is, disclaimer, I did not mod this console. I bought it this way. I'm not sure. This might, let me turn this down here. This might be, I can't remember if this is the console where you have to mod it and do something with the battery or something. You know, it's not a software, it's like a hardware modification type thing. I could be mistaken about that, but like I said, this isn't just like an easy, you know, flash mod, I don't think. So, how did I get this? With the mods? No games, I put all games on it. I bought it off of eBay. I just searched for modded PSP. This is a PSP. I believe this is the oh, here, I'll show you. I believe this is the PSP 1000, maybe? I don't remember which one this is, but anyway, the reason I wanted to talk about it is, and I've had it for a while, I don't know why I never made a video about it before. Okay, so this system's great. Like I said, I bought it off of eBay. eBay caught on that it was a modded console, so they emailed me telling me not to send payment to the guy, but I already did, and he had already shipped it out. So, you know, it came anyway, and you know, I got a modded console. Yeah, because they emailed me and said, oh, it's against the terms of blah blah blah, but it's like, that's what I was buying it for. I don't want a fucking regular PSP. I don't own a single game for this fucking thing. I don't even know how the disc drive works. Okay, but anyway, so the stuff you can do with a modded PSP, like I said, I didn't mod it. It's, if you want to know what mod it is, just one sec, I'll go down here and show you what it is. It is the Pro PSP firmware. Like I said, I don't know how the mod works. I'm sure you can find one on the internet if you want to buy one already modded. Basically all I know is, like, say you power this off or the battery goes dead, you boot it up and then you try to play bootleg shit on it and it's not going to work, so you have to run this fast recovery. It reboots the system, I'm guessing with the, you know, with the firmware mod enabled, and then it allows you to play pirated shit. So you can see here, this is so that's Phantasy Star. These are places that you can actually play actual PlayStation games. I believe damn, I can't remember where I might have downloaded these from Emu Paradise, maybe, these PlayStation ROMs. But yeah, you can download PlayStation ROMs that have been converted to PSP. I think it was like PSX to PSP or something like that is what the file name was called. So you know, you got Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Crash Bandicoot Racing, which yeah, that's a fun game. Master Boy, that's a Game Boy emulator, Game Boy Advance emulator, blah blah blah. Phantasy Star Portable, okay. Thought that said online. Okay, Super Nintendo. That's Lost World for PlayStation. That's a fun game. Pico Drive, Sega Genesis. PlayStation Puzzle Fighter 2. PlayStation Street Fighter Final Fantasy 7. PlayStation Metal Gear Solid. PlayStation WrestleMania the arcade game. PlayStation Dino Crisis 2, which, oh man, that's my favorite Dino Crisis game. It's awesome. PlayStation, the greatest Final Fantasy in my opinion, Final Fantasy 9. I fucking love that game. Oh my god. Eventually, I'm gonna beat it again for the 8th time, probably 7th or 8th time, on because they have it for PS4. It's awesome, and I got a PS4 for Spider-Man, so it's fucking awesome. But anyway, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII, that's PSP. This is PSP, God of War, PSP Jackass the Game, PSP Kingdom Hearts, PSP Midnight Club 3, PSP Virtua Tennis 3, PSP Final Fantasy 4. Oh wait, yeah, 4. PSP Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, PS4 Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, Nestor J, which is Nintendo emulator, NES, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, I believe this is Mega Man, yeah, Mega Man Maverick Hunter X, Mega Man Powered Up, never played that. Power Stone, come on Capcom, put this shit on Xbox One, PS4, whatever, man. Remaster shit, put on a Switch, come on. Love me some Power Stone, motherfuckers. This is one of my favorite games on the Dreamcast. Soul Calibur Broken Destiny, Tekken Dark Resurrection, Tekken 5, so these are all PSP games. Castlevania, X Chronicles, which Dracula X Chronicles, I think that's Symphony of the Night, I don't remember. I'm not really into Castlevania. And Super Monkey Ball Adventure, which is an awesome game by Sega. Okay, so what we're going to do first, before, let's see. We'll do, here, I'm going to show you, so you just, okay, so if you have the mod, you would just go down to your memory stick. Oh, and before I continue, it's really easy to copy games to this. You just hook it directly to your PC through this port right here. Yeah. It's been a while since I've done it, but yeah, you hook it to that port right there. Plug it into your PC, and then it shows up as a drive on your computer, and you can copy games to it. Okay, so go to memory stick, and that's where all your games are going to be when you install them, where you drag them over, like you do with any flash card. So we'll do WrestleMania the arcade game, which is an awesome game. Gotta love these Midway arcade games. So fun. Why'd you have to go away, Midway? Why? Alright, so anyway. There we go. I was going to say, did I forget to re-enable that fucking firmware mod? So I'm going to just turn it up a little bit here. Said it's a great system. Like I said, I don't know about for actual games. I don't think I've really put too much time into any actual PSP games. I mainly use this for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis emulators. So we're going to go turn up the sound here. Razor Ramon and Bret the Hitman Hart. Look at that, man. That's a fucking PlayStation game running on the, uh-oh. I haven't played this in a while now. Oh, that's right. Get up, get up! So anyway, like I said, I've been playing this on Super Nintendo with my brothers. Obviously, this is the better version than the Super Nintendo one. The Super Nintendo one was heavily pixelated and had a lot of slowdown, and it had 2 less characters, so... There we go. Damn, it's been... You know, I think the Super Nintendo one is actually easier to play with all the slowdown. So, okay, so anyway, so that's an actual PlayStation game. Then you just hit the home button, then go to Quit Game, and blah blah. Quit Game. Okay. So, I've heard PSP games are good. Like I said, I haven't really put too much time into an actual PSP game. I mainly just use this for emulators. So. But I'll start up an actual PSP game, like, here we go, we'll do Power Stone. And this is actually, I forgot, this is actually one PSP game I have played a lot. Because I'm a huge fan of Soul Calibur, or I'm sorry, not Soul Calibur, fucking Power Stone. It was one of my most played games that I played on my Sega Dreamcast. Like I said, I'll just show you one more PSP game, you know, a bootleg, you know, backup copy running, and then we'll get into the emulators, because, you know, that's why you watch these videos. That's why you watch my videos, for emulation and ROMs. So we'll do. Oh, that's right. See the power stone. Let me tilt this down actually. There we go. Now, come on. Like I said, it's got a disk drive on the back here. Never even. I don't own a single. What's it? A UMD disk or P? I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck it's called.
In the 19th century, people were strongly. Welcome to Power Stone War.
Okay. Jesus Christ. It takes forever to get into the game. So next we'll get in, like this guy, Gunrock. Fucking beast. Said I haven't played it in a while, so I'm sure I'm rusty. I've been too busy playing Xbox and PlayStation, so yeah. Oh, and Switch. Just got, what, to the snow level, Snow Mountain or whatever in Mario Odyssey. What an awesome game. Alright, come on, baby, come on. Gunrock. You know, if they'll put it on the PSP. What? Shitting me. Damn. Damn, I forgot how to pick up weapons. It's been so long. Oh, but I still won. Okay, so anyway, there's Power Stone. You know, Sid, you didn't watch this video to watch me suck at Power Stone. So on to the emulators. I haven't added a new emulator on here in a while. I haven't played my PSP in a while. So let's see here. So we'll go to Pico Drive, which is Sega Genesis. So, you know, boots up like this. Said I highly recommend getting a modded PSP. So you go to load ROM, and then you hit the circle button. And let's see, we'll just try a game on here. We'll do let's see, we'll do Sonic 2. So then you hit the circle button and then it loads the ROM. This is my favorite Sonic game because this is the one I played the most on my friend's Sega Genesis, because back then I didn't have a Sega Genesis. So I would go over to my friend's house and play theirs. It wasn't too bad. Let me just put that out there. It wasn't. The price wasn't bad for me to buy this already modded. I think it was like $120, $100, something like that. It wasn't bad. Said it had all the emulators. It was already modded. Yeah, it had the emulators. It didn't have any ROMs. I had to put the ROMs on there. Said it runs Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance. You know, all that shit at normal. You know, normal what it should. So, yeah. But anyway, that's Sonic the Hedgehog on Pico Drive, Sega Genesis emulator on the Sony PSP. And when you're in the emulator, there's a button. I can't remember which button it is, to go back to the emulator screen to pick another ROM, so you don't have to back out of the emulator like I just did. So now it's SNES NX, which is, you know, that's an old emulator. I remember playing with this emulator on PC, the SNES 9X emulator. back when I had a Pentium CPU in my PC. Okay, so for this one, let's see. We'll do Oh yeah, you know what? We'll do this. So you hit circle, just like the Genesis emulator, to load the ROM. Look at this. Now you just saw WrestleMania the arcade game running on the PlayStation. That's the PlayStation version of the game. Now you're going to see the SNES version. Look at that. They had to get rid of 2 damn wrestlers. I mean, it's still a good game, don't get me wrong. I used to play with my brothers. We would take turns beating people. But like I said, the frame rate is worse. The game's not as fast. A lot of slowdown, a lot of pixelation. But man. Oh, I mean, look at that. You can see right there how slow it is. Damn, I'm so rusty as shit. The button was sticking. Alright. No, I was trying to... There it is. So you just hit the home button. Yeah, see, and then you can go load new game. So we'll load. And a game me and my brothers used to play the shit out of on Super Nintendo. And then you play the arcade, or even the PlayStation. Was it on? I think it was on PlayStation, but the arcade version is so much better than this port on the Super Nintendo. Oh, fucking Aerosmith. You know, anybody that doesn't know what theme song that is, man. There we go. Got a button sticking. Oh shit, Aerosmith, so it's only gotta be, baby, Revolution X. Running on the SNES 9X emulator on the Sony PSP. A revolution has begun. Revolution X is in effect. So, ooh, look at that. Okay, see now that. Okay, that there's a problem with this game. Any other game I played worked fine. Huh. I'll try this one. Another one of my favorites, the Genesis version, in my opinion, of this game is much better, but we'll try this just to, you know. I mean, this was a big game. Oh my god. Stop it. It stops. Man, the theme song, the theme music and everything for this game is so awesome. Not this one so much, but when you get to like the I think the Genesis might have had the better theme music too. Theme music in that level where you got to be tossed. Yeah, anyway, that's Lion King on SNES emulator on the PSP. Just say I got to go back and check this because I could have swore the music for the Genesis was different and better. for Lion King. So we'll go down to Pico Drive. So hit X to start the emulator. Got 2 more emulators left to show you. The Game Boy, which is the Master Boy, and the PSP, which is the Game Boy Advance emulator. And then that will be the end of the video. I realize I'm running a bit long here. We're at 21 minutes pretty much. Okay, so we'll load Lion King. Ooh, and Jungle Book, that's another good Genesis game. Aladdin's awesome too. I was watching a video. Aladdin is the top selling Disney game on the Genesis. One of the top selling Genesis games, actually. Maybe? I don't remember this music, but I think it's because how many times I had to redo the how many times I had to redo the damn the level where the animals throw you. See if we get there real quick here. Here we go. There we go. Oh my god, if you didn't get stuck on this level and want to punch the fucking system, oh my god. But anyway, sorry, I just got lost in nostalgia there for a second. So, that's Sega Genesis, and damn, that music from Lion King. God, every time I hear just a little piece of that, you know, it just takes me back to when I was a kid. Alright. And so now we're going to do, so Master Boy. Master Boy. Now, I haven't really played a lot of this. When I first got this, my girlfriend at the time, which isn't my same girlfriend now, like that matters, but she beat a lot of the Pokemon games. Well, two of the Pokemon games I have. I said a lot. She just played 2. Oh well. Oh no, maybe she played. I don't know. I can't remember if there was one on the Advance. But yeah, so that's Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon. Oh. God. Jesus Christ. So that's all I'm going to play that. That's Pokemon Yellow on the Master Boy emulator. Keep Game Boy or Game Boy Color, I can't remember. I think it's Game Boy Color, obviously, because, you know, Pikachu is actually yellow. Okay, and the one last emulator we're going to do is the GBSP, which is Game Boy Advance. I don't think I personally played any games on here. I can't even think of what would be on here, what ROMs. There might not even be any. We'll see. Okay, yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, so I'm just going to exit this real quick, and that's my video. If you're looking for a good emulation system to play emulators, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, you know, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, I think it plays Game Gear too, I don't remember. Definitely pick up a modded PSP. You can find one online probably for about $100. Like I said, I believe part of it's hardware mod. I can't remember how it's done. Like I said, I didn't do it. I just bought this. I think it was, I want to say it was 120 bucks, maybe $100. I don't remember. But as always, thanks for watching my video. If you have any ROM emulation questions, you know, leave a comment, or if there's something I can't answer there, you can hit me up on Twitter at SwiftConArtist, which is SwiftKonartist, SwiftConArtist on Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.